just so much respect for Rob Lanier and the SMU program, their coaching staff and their players, and obviously the relationship that he and I have, and going back, and many guys on that staff. So just a ton of respect for them and their program. Hard-fought game, very just what we knew it would be, and feel very fortunate that we were able to come out on top.
All right, questions? After putting together one of your better halves of the season, maybe in that first half, I mean, do you kind of like seeing you guys being able to find it again in the second quarter or second half in your push?
Yeah, no, sure. Again, we talked to our team about a few different phases of trying to play a 40-minute game, and one of them is to be prepared, one of them is to be ready, and then one is to respond. And again, I thought we were prepared to going into the game. When you get off to a good start like we did for South Florida, like we did tonight, you feel like your guys are ready, but they're going to hit, and they're going to hit you, and you're going to get hit in the face, and they did, and just like South Florida did to us, and we didn't respond in that game until the last 8 minutes. But I thought today in the second half, when SMU did what they did, I thought our guys responded, and so that's a big piece for us. Similar thing happened at Wichita State in one of our other wins, where in second half Wichita State took an 8-point lead, and we responded. So we haven't not done it nearly as consistent as we need to, but in this conference, in any game, any team, any conference game, you're going to get punched, and we did. But tonight we responded.
Ezra and Jaden played really well, but in the crunch time, it seemed pretty visible that your offense was flowing through Brandon, trying to force it to get him the ball. Obviously, he delivered. How great is it to have a player like that on your team, and also with that much experience?
Yeah, it's huge, and it's you say that with that much experience. He's a sophomore in terms of eligibility, so we're excited about that. And Brandon hasn't had the last few games. He hasn't had typical Brandon Johnson kind of games, but I thought he really obviously was very effective tonight. We were able to play through him. He had 3 assists. We were able to get him the ball in certain spots, and he could go look to. It's not always going to work. You're not always going to get what you want, but we've talked about this before. Turnovers really hurt us when we turn the ball over a lot. When you can get the ball to either Brandon Johnson or R.J. Felton, and you can get a shot up, that's so much better than not knowing where the shot's going to come from and a potential turnover happening. And so even though we get the ball to those guys, and tonight he made it happen. He got fouled. He scored the basketball. He made reads when they doubled him. So really important. But the X factor tonight in terms of that was we were able to have a third guy that we could get the ball to and getting it to Ezra, and he made free throws when he got fouled. And that's just really proud of him in that, because those guys all have to be able to make free throws when they're getting the ball late clock or late game.
I think a week or two ago in one of these midweek sessions with you, we talked about Ezra working on his shooting a lot. And today, he hit a couple of mid-range. Obviously, his free throws were pretty good. So what does that take to do it in practice, but to have the confidence to shoot like that in a game?
Yeah, sometimes it takes time. Like I told you guys, every day Brandon's in the gym every day at 7:30, and he's been working on, that shot that he was taking tonight quite a bit. Ezra has been working on that shot quite a bit, but it's a different level to have the confidence to take it in a game versus a really good team and a really good defender. And you know what? Between those two guys, we probably shot that mid-range shot out of the post probably 4 or 5 times tonight. A couple of them went in, a couple of them we drew fouls on, and a couple of them were shots that, hey, they don't go in, but it allows you to set your defense and get back, as opposed to a shot where you don't know where it's coming from, or even worse, as we were speaking of, a turnover.
Jaden looked very comfortable running the offense, kind of assuming the point guard duties today. Do you see that growth continuing, every practice, every game, because he looked very comfortable?
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, and that was as big as anything. As much as the statistics show for RJ and Brandon and Ezra, the 8 assists and 2 turnovers from Jaden are just as key as anything. And so, yes, you're absolutely right. You hit that on the head, that we'll continue to do that. He's been doing it in practice, and you know what? He's done it throughout the year. When Jaden Walker came here, we talked about him and the ability to play the point guard spot. But he's so versatile that at one point he was starting for us at the 4. He was playing the 2, the 3. When Javon was here, he wasn't playing the point as much. But I think by circumstance, with the way our rotation is, with Javon's injury, with defensively what he brings, we got no choice in terms of that, and he has taken full advantage of it. And for him to play 38 minutes tonight at the point guard spot and defend the way he did and take care of the ball the way he did, really proud of him.
Sort of like a hard and fast rule for you that if you get 2 fouls in the first half, you don't want to play, or is it
No, I mean,
basis, or-
no, I mean, I put Ben back in today with 2 fouls. So, and we played Brandon Johnson and Quentin DeBunje with 2 fouls, I think, in the Tulsa game. So, no, not at all. But, I mean, if you pick up your second foul, and I have an opportunity to get you out on a dead ball for a few minutes and see if someone else can do it so we don't pick the third up quick, because here's how opposing coaches think. 2 fouls on a player, he stays in the game, there's a good chance that time down, if it's somebody they want to attack or someone they want maybe to be in foul trouble, they could go at him right away. So if Brandon picks up his second foul and that whistle blows, I'm going to get him out just to get his head right for a minute, not give the other team a chance to run an isolation for him real quick, see it, because now he gets third, and now you got no choice, and you're already affecting what you can do in the second half. So, no, I'm never going to foul our own guy out. But if you come out of the game with 2 and we can get you back in, as we've done the last few times that guys have had 2, we're going to do it, and Ben did it. And I'm proud of Quentin for coming in and spelling those minutes also.
Coach, what do you think about that crowd today?
Awesome. Awesome. You know, Saturday, 4 o'clock, I thought it was great. The end of the game, it really felt like those were 2 huge stops late in the game that we had to get. And, you know, and I think our guys feed off that energy. And I thought everybody in the building, you know, really made a difference. Huge impact. It reminded me of some of our games early in the season when we had that stretch, those first 3 home games. And, you know, we don't win the game without the crowd.
Anything else? All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Just so much respect for Rob Lanier and the SMU program, their coaching staff and their players, and just, you know, obviously, you know, the relationship that he